Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to a bit of a hardcore Iron Man update. And most importantly, we're going to be talking today about the RuneScape reveals, the combat showcase, and the skilling section for, I forget what it was called exactly. Okay, so I already talked to you guys about, what's coming, what they plan on doing, which is, I want to give my feedback on. I want to hear your guys' feedback mostly too, like what you guys think about these upcoming updates. And keep in mind that all these updates are supposed to be 100% legit. They are supposed to be happening. So I'm very curious. I'm not so much curious anymore, is because I'm pretty sure they will keep true to their word about that. I don't see them backing out on it because the one thing they did say is they want to restore credibility with this kind of stuff. So I do think they have 100% intentions of doing exactly what they had mentioned. So, okay, he's kind of a weird one. So, I do believe they're going to do exactly what they said. I do believe they're going to try to get all these updates out in a timely fashion. I don't think they're going to be holding back this year. I think with everything that had happened previously and what's currently all going on, they're going to try their hardest to make sure it all happens according to what they said. Which is, I believe, why there wasn't as much hype this year. They didn't announce like overly extravagant projects. Now today's update, yesterday's update was quite amazing. Actually, if you ask me, I mean, the area was beautiful, the content was good. So that overall, in the grand scale, they did very good in my eyes with that. I don't think they could have done much better by their standards when it comes to releases. So I think they did very good with that, and I can't wait to see more what they want to do with stuff like that. But otherwise, some of the stuff I know personally I'm looking forward to is stuff like the skilling updates that they want to release. Because those skilling updates are going to be quite substantial when you really think about it. I mean, we're talking an offhanded item for whenever you skill. Now, what those items do, I have no idea, and it's so hard to say. But I have a feeling it's going to be worth every single second of it. I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed by it. I don't think anything like that. So I think it's going to be worth it. Just to what degree, I'm not entirely sure. So I am hoping, and I am very excited to see what all happens. Another thing I know personally, what I'm looking forward to, is the restoration of certain things with combat. So bringing back the need of, not so much the need of, but the different types of, I'm having a brain fart here, weaknesses and strengths and attributes. Because like, as you guys have noticed, well, some of you, unless you played before EOC, didn't play before EOC, will know this definitely. Well, those who played before EOC will definitely know this. That when EOC came out, now I love EOC, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the update, I'm 100% pleased with it. I do think there is certain things that could be improved upon, but that's all I would say about that. But otherwise, my biggest thing is they removed the weaknesses. I know some of you will say, well, there still is weaknesses. Yes and no. Because there's things that are weak to different things. And you know, it used to be that if it was weak to thrown items, you wanted to use thrown items. You wanted there to be a reason to use thrown items. You wanted to use stab items if it was weak to stab. You know, you wanted to do those different things. Now, it kind of doesn't matter. As long as you're using melee with a melee weakness creature, it generally is pretty good with that. You know, you don't have to worry too much. Which, I'll admit, I do like that, but at the same time, I don't. Because it's not how it should be. It should be that you need to, you know, well, not necessarily need to, but could benefit from using the exact weakness. Now, there is no point. If you just want to use all slash weapons, use all slash weapons. It doesn't matter. So I'm very curious to see about that. I'm very curious to see how they go about it and bringing back a weapon speed. How they're going to do that alongside with EOC with the combat abilities. Because it's just like, well, will it reduce the time in between ability usages? Will it reduce the cooldowns? How is it going to affect everything? So that's what I am very curious about. But mostly, I am really looking forward to seeing the different aspects of the skilling update with the offhand. Now, I hope they don't just release one batch of offhands and then that's it. I hope they keep going with the skilling stuff. I hope it doesn't end very quickly with that, because I think it's a huge opportunity, and I think they're going the right angle. Having more and more skilling stuff, you know, available is going to make more and more people happy. And the more and more people you have happy, the better things get for everything overall. Now, I want to go through worlds 1 through 5. That's my opinion on that. You know, I want to see more of stuff like that. I think that's very nice when they do that. And I just think it'd be very beneficial in the long run. Let me know, like, the different things that you guys are most excited for. I'm also excited to see, you know, the different reworks they're going to be doing. I'm very excited for the mining and smithing, the bank rework, the aura bag, you know, all of these kind of things too. So it's not just, you know, one thing. There's a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to. But there's just certain things that I know of more than the others. And it's just, it all looked really, really good. And as far as the Hardcore Iron Man update goes, I did have a video that was going to be released Monday alongside with the update and the patch notes, which I apologize for it being late. It just took a lot longer to upload than I had predicted, which is making me realize I might be doing the updates video or update videos of patch notes a little bit differently from here on out. It might be that I start releasing it in kind of like waves. So I'll release like all the reading material. This way you guys don't have to go through and read everything. I'll release all that, all the patch notes, and do that kind of stuff. And then anything extra, such as like exploring the update, understanding the update, getting that all for you guys, that might come at a later date. Unless you guys still want it all to be within the same video. I mean, I can do that. It's just there's certain days that it might take longer. That's so weird when they do that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want me to still keep doing it the way it is, it's just during bigger updates like the Lost Grove. It might not be out the same day of the Lost Grove, but it would be out shortly after. And like I said, the whole reason is just because of upload speeds. I really just don't have the greatest internet. That's why you don't see me stream and stuff like that. I know I discussed it before, but I want to make sure you guys know that would be the reason why. But now, as far as the Hardcore Iron Man goes, oh, and the video I did have for to go alongside with it, there's certain things that I didn't like about the video, so I'm actually just going to scrap that video, sadly, and just tell you about the Hardcore Iron Man update. And the biggest thing is, I am 2100 now. I have 2100 total level, and that is actually, to me, quite substantial. I mean, that 2100 for total skill level, that's quite a bit. Also, there's not too much more to really announce for it. That's why I didn't really have this big portion of the video, because there's not really much else to really say about it, because right now I'm kind of struggling to get gear, which it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it's going to make it a little harder for me to do certain things for a little while until I start getting gear, because it just seems like my guy's RNG is very, very poor, because I have cleared many of Bars Brothers. Okay, we'll see right here. 171 bars chests, okay, and so far I have gotten 1 Torag's hammer and 1 Varrock plate, 2 Erahim's hoods, and 2 Karil's quaifs, and that is actually all I acquired. So I mean, I know it's not bad, but in the long term of everything, it is quite horrible. I mean, I feel like I should have a lot better stuff than what I do. But it is what it is, and I'll just have to kind of, you know, suck it up and deal with it. But I do want to get better gear in time, this way I can do more and more stuff with my Hardcore Iron Man as well. Because right now, the gear is what's kind of holding him back, gear and levels. Money is not really an issue. Which is one reason why I'm really adamant against them allowing Iron Man players to trade with other Iron Man players, because it just doesn't make sense, because the whole point of an Iron Man account is to be self-sufficient. Well, if you allow Iron Man players to trade with other Iron Man players, they're no longer being self-sufficient. They're trading with each other, and they're taking benefit of each other's work. It's just like, no, it's not the point of it. But just in case you also missed it when it came to, well, I just want to get past that. But there's not too much else to report for my Hardcore Iron Man, sadly. But there is going to be more and more stuff going on with my Iron Man account. I kind of took like a small little break from RuneScape to play some other games. A lot of Warframe, as you guys have seen some videos on that. I will do a video on Warframe here and there, but it's going to be here and there. And also, I had received some advice from somebody, and it's looking like the types of videos I release from now on are going to be kind of changing a little bit. And it's actually going to be for the better, because what's going to be going on is I will be able to release more types of games, more types of videos, because I was actually told more about the different terms and conditions and exactly what they mean. So now that I have a better and more firm grasp on that, you can see a lot more variety. Which, I want to give variety on the channel anyway, but I always want it to be always mainly RuneScape, because that is what the channel is kind of based on. But there is going to be other games, of course. So, with that all being said, you know, if you guys have any suggestions for games, please feel free. I will take them seriously. As is, there is another game I do plan on bringing into the channel, but it just depends on when it gets released. The game is called Scum. Somebody had suggested it. It looked pretty interesting. I do want to bring it to the channel. It's just the point of I'm waiting for the release date. It's supposed to be released the first quarter of 2018, but it's hard to say if it'll be released actually then or not, because of course, you know, during development, they might hit a snag or two, so we have to be patient with them and getting it, because they want to make their game as good as possible, I would hope, for the consumers. Otherwise, on to the other bit of news, and that is the membership giveaway that I'm doing. Well, the bond giveaway, and there has been a slight change to the bond giveaway. Now, do not worry, it is not a negative change, it is more of a positive change. And I wanted to make sure you guys knew, in case you missed the update video, because I know not everybody's going to watch the update video until its entirety. So I know some people watch it for the update, I know some people watch it for patch notes, so I understand that. And there's nothing wrong with watching bits and pieces. That's why I even tell you whenever the patch notes are going to be read. But the other part is a change to the membership giveaway, the bond giveaway, is I'm now having it open to all people, whether you are a subscriber or not. And the reason being is because no matter how many times I tried to say it, I did not feel right saying you have to be a subscriber. I didn't think it was fair, and I didn't think it was right, and I thought it was kind of going against what I kind of founded my channel on. And what I founded my channel on was doing as much as I can for other people with the channel. And it's just like, well, there's people who can't subscribe because maybe they don't actually have a YouTube account, they're just watching videos freely, or maybe they like to keep, you know, their subscriptions private, etc., etc. And it would be more of, I'd be punishing them than anything else. Now, while I do appreciate everything subscribers do, and I appreciate everything everybody does for the channel, though, because every person helps in their own way, and I want that to be perfectly, you know, open and out there, that, you know, you guys are all helping the channel, whether you are, you know, a subscriber, viewer, etc., whether you keep your stuff private or not. You know, you guys all are helping the channel in your own way, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for doing that. And the channel is supposed to be about, you know, doing whatever I can for you guys, and, you know, entertaining you guys, informing you guys about updates, informing you guys about different games, etc., etc. So it's not so much about, you know, trying to see if I can get a bigger number. You know, that's essentially all a subscriber list is, in a sense. Like, I appreciate it if you do subscribe, but I'm not going to make it a requirement for a giveaway. I just don't feel right doing that. So that is why. So with that being said, you don't have to be a subscriber. All you have to do is let me know that you want to enter it in. And you don't have to enter it in through the YouTube channel. You can PM me in-game at either account's name. Because unless I can't be on the one account for whatever reason, like Monday nights, I can only be on one account at a time because of running the upload. But, you know, if, you know, as long as you guys contact me letting me know you want entered in, this way, you know, if you want to have it on here, keep it private, you can. And through all this, excuse me, this way I feel like it can reach more people, it can help more people if I do it that way, and that's why. So The only actual requirement is when it comes time to claiming it, even if your account is fresh, or if it is 15 years old, which I think is the actual limit now. Well, even if you've been playing since the dawn of RuneScape, basically, you know, regardless of how old your account is, you can enter in for the competition. That's how it's going to be. The only thing is, when you do go to claim it, if you do not have an account and if you are not looking to create an account, I will have to give the prize to somebody else, because what I am giving away is an in-game currency. And by that I mean bonds. So I can't, there's no, actual physical monetary value. It's all, within the game. It's game money, basically, that I'm going to be giving away. And I kind of can't give that away to you guys in real life, because that's not how the system operates. So that's all the only requirement, is you have to let me know that you want to enter it in. This way I know. And yeah, you just need to have an account to claim your prize. Now, I would hope if you do that, you're doing it because you want to enter it in. And if you want to enter in for a friend, you can enter in for a friend too. Just try to make sure they know, because it'd be kind of weird to have somebody say, hey, I'm going to give you this many bonds so you can have membership. And they would never know why. That'd be kind of weird for them. So that'll actually do it for today's video, though. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.